What's up, everyone? This is Red Bull Tanker. This is Operation Fog of War, Turn 4 for the United Kingdom and the Far East Command. Kind of give a general overview of everything that we know of so far. Americans have made some moves in Europe. Japan is moving against us. Some of this we found through American scouting and then through reports and everything. So that's sort of a brief overview of what we got so far. Big bad news for us. The Germans brought down a good number of their Air Force. Let's see, they did two aircraft, I believe it was two fighters, a tactical, and their strategic bomber. And they attacked our force here in Transjordan and decimated it. We got some really crappy rolls. And so, unfortunately, Transjordan is now open for the Italians to take. So that was the big news. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so scouting first. So for scouting, what we did was we took our fighter from the UK, scouted C-Zone 105, didn't find anything, and brought it back. And then our fighter in Scotland went and scouted Holland, Belgium, but didn't find anything and worked its way back to the UK. All right, purchases. So on the UK side, we bought 4 infantry, 1 mechanized infantry, 2 tanks, and an artillery. For the Far East Command, we bought 4 spies at 2 IPC apiece, and we paid off 3 damage to our industrial complex there. Now for spying, what we ended up spying was one of our spies checked out C-Zone 95, didn't find anything. One of our spies went on to Sicily, didn't find anything. We had 1 spy go to southern Italy and discovered 3 infantry, 2 anti-aircraft guns, and then a Italian and German fighter. And then our final spy went into C-Zone 97 and discovered that German sub and transport. Okay, so combat this turn. We only did 2 things of combat. First, we took our mech in Tunisia, and we took Libya from the Italians. So we took that. And then our other attack was over in the Pacific. We took our sub, and we sunk this undefended Japanese transport in C-Zone 43. So that pretty quick turn as far as combat went, because we are reeling from all the bad battles that we had in Egypt and the Middle East this turn. Actually, even this whole game, we've really been offset a lot. Okay, so then we will go into the non-combats. We'll start over here in Europe first. So first thing, we took our destroyer and our battleship, the HMS Queen Victoria, and we moved it over to 125 to join the U.S. Navy and the Russian sub off of Norway. Provide the American fleet some protection. Dagnabbit. Well, this is embarrassing. Trying to get all this on here. That's one of the American commanders. All right, so that's one non-combat that we did. The next combat, we took our strategic bomber from Great Britain, and we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we landed him in Tunisia. Try and get some more air assets into the Mediterranean. Next, we took our submarine in 92 and sent him to Sea Zone 98 to convoy raid and maybe intercept the Italian transport that we think will move towards and reinforce the Italian forces in Egypt. Okay, next. The cruiser in 81 is going 1-2 to 76. The battleship HMS Repulse, the destroyer, and the 2 transports are going back to Sea Zone 80. Next thing, this actually, this was in one of the other versions of the game that we've been playing where we have commanders. So when a commander is killed in combat, there's supposed to be a dice roll to see if they were killed, captured, or survived, and they just moved their piece to another piece. Or, yeah, they moved their marker to another piece. So they did that. So we redid that. So the Italian strategic bomber that had a general on it when we attacked Ethiopia, that general survived and was captured, and we held him prisoner in Ethiopia. And then when we attacked Egypt last turn, and I unfortunately still died. Kind of sucks. But the Prime Minister was shot down and captured. So what we did was we did a prisoner swap. So the Rondels representing the general and our PM. So the Italian general went back to Rome, but I'm going to pull it off because we don't know what unit he is now inhabiting. And then Prime Minister Dillon, he went back to London and put his marker on a fighter, on one of the other British fighters. So that was the prisoner exchange. Again, kind of sucked that I still died. Was really hoping I was going to survive, but I didn't. So rats on that. Okay, other non-combats. So next we took our 2 infantry in South Africa, put it on the transport, moved it 1 space to Sea Zone 72, and dropped it off in Kenya. We have a feeling that the Italians are going to come south, so at least we can put a blocking force in to counterattack whatever they might put in there. And then all of our other moves are here in the Middle East. Oh, not all of them in the Middle East, but all right. So we have from Persia, we're sending 2 infantry, a tank, and a fighter into Iraq. We're taking 1 of the mechanized infantry from India, 2 to take West India and open that up for our forces, so we can move freely from Persia to reinforce India if need be. We have decided that we are going to abandon Burma. So mostly, so we're taking 2 infantry from Burma and bringing them back over to the 9th Army at Calcutta. All right, so that is all the non-combats. Let's see here. That's all the non-combats that I remember. Yep, that's all the non-combats that I have written down. Keep repeating myself. So then we will go into deployments. So, didn't deploy anything in the Pacific. We just took off 3 damages on the factory. In Persia, we put 1 infantry and the 2 tanks. In Iraq, we dropped another infantry, along with the artillery and the mechanized infantry. And then finally, the two remaining infantry we dropped here. Whoops. We dropped here in South Africa. So at the end of the turn, let's see here. At the end of the turn for the UK, we collected 33 IPC. Did not save anything. And then for the Commonwealth, we collected 6 IPC. Yeah, we collected 6 IPC. Getting low on numbers here now, unfortunately. All right, so that is it for the United Kingdom Commonwealth turn. Hoping to see how the next turn kind of goes for us, especially now that the US is bringing in forces into Europe. And I mean, see what we can do against Egypt. Whoops, that minor factory is supposed to be here in Egypt. And see what kind of happens with what the Italians do in Egypt. So, like I said, that is the end of turn 4. And we'll see you guys again for turn 5. So until then, guys, take care.